Barbie! I told you to wait in the dream house.
Boys, avenge me! Avenge me! Avengers!
Bazinga.
Scruffy-looking nerf herders.
Ethan Hunt contacted you?
I am good, Rooster. I'm very good.
So you are Yoi's a trainer who trains.
Gonzo the Great will ride this baby again.
Hello and welcome to episode 80 of the Real Serious Podcast. And we're all here, Charles and Jack. We got a retro review of Tron Legacy because we all completely forgot Eddington was coming out. So that'll be a good interview, or not interview, a good review. And what's up, boys? How we doing?
Good. Were we supposed to watch Eddington?
We're having some audio issues right now.
We kind of forgot. Oh, Jack. This is Jack guy.
Sorry, my audio was going out. Apologies.
We were supposed to, because we usually do the new releases, and we just completely forgot that something new was coming out this week, and it was Eddington.
But did anyone really want to see Eddington?
I wanted to see Eddington.
Cool. Yeah, me too. Just kidding.
I've heard good things about it.
Chuck, big Ari Aster guy, Charles.
I've only seen Hereditary.
Sneaky Bo is Afraid superfan Chuck.
All the publicity I've seen online or the reviews, it just seems like it's another movie where people are hating, and half people are hating, half people are like, why are people hating? It's a good movie.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
Sounds like it could have been a good opportunity to put our opinion.
I wonder if this would have been another Civil War for the pod where Charles and I just absolutely hate something.
Maybe I can just do like an absolutely crazy doubleheader when I get back from my trip, and I just go see Fantastic Four and Eddington back to back.
I wonder.
Fantastic Eddington. Edding 4.
Edding 4.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ari Aster appreciated that joke. He seems like the kind of guy who'd appreciate that. But yeah, we got Tron Legacy today, which shockingly, as we decided to do Tron Legacy out of the blue, they released a new Tron trailer, which we'll also talk about later, which was just as divisive as Eddington online. So, classic division.
Oh, man.
We'll all come together around something one day. Maybe. I doubt it. Before we get into any of that and before we get into the news, what have the boys been watching? This week?
Charlie, you want to go first? Oh, me? Okay.
They refuse.
You go.
Okay. I'll go. Okay, so I watched Tron Legacy, which we'll talk about. Watched Forgetting Sarah Marshall. This is one of the Blu-rays I picked up recently, and I saw it on my shelf, and I was like, you know what? I feel like I've been watching a lot of like serious films, and I just want to watch like kind of a turn your brain off rom-com. I really liked it. I thought it was really funny. I gave it 3 stars, and then Jenna's in town, so we watched Fantastic Mr. Fox. She hadn't seen it before. I keep suggesting it to her. I gave it 4.5, so didn't change my rating. I think if I keep watching it, it'll probably end up a 5. Like, it's so good. But we went to, I sent a video to you guys, and neither of you responded. But yesterday at the Rockies game, it was Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yes. Did I not like that?
You should have expected like 0 response.
Oh yeah, for me specifically, 0 response. Star Wars hater, this guy.
Yeah, I was like, God. Well, I'm not even a huge like. I told Jenna like I like it. I don't love Star Wars, but it was literally like the opposing team. So you know how on the Jumbotron they'll show like whoever's up to bat, and it's like their headshot, all their stats. They would show like a Sith or dark side character instead of that player. So like Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Boba Fett was there, Jabba, and then for the good people, they had the Rebels, the Alliance, except they photoshopped the Rockies players' faces on the bodies. But then at the end, it was like the 9th inning, and all the lights went crazy, and the Jumbotron said like light them up. And everyone's just like waving their lightsabers in the crowd. Is sick. So anyway, there's a purpose to this story. We went back to my house after, and we started Rogue One. But we got like a third of it done, or got it like a third of the way through, and then fell asleep. That's all I got.
Nice.
All right. Heck yeah.
I was just saying, like, I could only imagine to be like the perfect script is if Palpatine steps up to bat and just launches one out into left field, and the game's over. Rockies lose.
Well, the Rockies are a very bad baseball team, but they somehow won last night.
Oh yeah, aren't
Pretty
the
well.
Rockies like embarrassingly bad?
Yeah, but you know who has the best record in the MLB? Chicago Cubs. Yep, Chicago Cubs.
Oh wow, good for the Cubbies.
Good for the brand. Good for the Cubbies.
Things we'd love to see.
Hunter's checking. He thought it was the Tigers.
Well, because I know when we played each other, it was basically tied, and then we beat you.
We are up. You have one more loss than us.
Oh, we have the same number of wins though. So we just
Yes.
played another. We just played one more game than you played. Interesting.
I'm just saying we have objectively better record. It's okay.
Yeah. Your
Just putting it out there.
Differential
Huh?
is very good. Your differential is plus 128. That's really good.
So
shout out.
that's pretty.
But yeah,
bad.
the Colorado Rockies are 24-74 with a differential of minus 247. My God. That's real bad.
But they had an awesome Star Wars night. So
And
They
they got
had a
2 wins in a
sick-
row. They got 2 wins in a row. So
it was a
run starts
sick
now.
Star Wars night, and it was like sold out, which is crazy.
Star Wars fans will show up, man, for
Apparently.
anything.
They did the Jumbotron kiss cam, and some people did the.
That was crazy. There's like
Astronomer.
Yeah,
all
that
the-
video is brutal.
all the
So
movie memes and stuff are like so funny, and it's like one of them was like me, and then like it had like holding, and it was like the 50% off Criterion Collection sale, or like something like that.
I've seen them in the Criterion closet.
Yeah.
Those are great. Man,
Oh.
that video is brutal though. I mean, if they just didn't react, nothing would have happened.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like if you just
They
stood there and
scrambled.
froze, yeah, they scrambled. It made
For
them
every-
lesson. Don't fumble under pressure.
Yeah.
Lock in.
For everyone that's listening that is unaware, there was a couple that could put on the Jumbotron for at the Coldplay concert, and they were very obviously not supposed to be seen together in public.
If you're
And they-
unaware,
Be obvious that they were not
Go
supposed
outside.
to be seen in public.
yeah, if you're unaware, congratulations. You're probably doing life correctly. The rest of us
It's-
who are constantly on Twitter.
It's
Right.
everywhere.
it
Also,
is-
I feel like a very key detail was that this was a like billion-dollar company CEO and the head of HR.
yeah, that makes it that much funnier.
Yeah. You know, he's like they have an interim CEO right now. They're like, well, Andy Bryant is figuring some things out.
No, I think he's gone. He officially left, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he's officially gone.
Yeah,
Brutal.
he resigned, I'm pretty sure.
That guy's donezo.
It's crazy how like I didn't know anything about this guy. No one knew anything about this guy, and then all of a sudden, over the span of 4 days, this guy's like the most talked about person online,
Mm-hmm.
right behind Shane Gillis this week. So yeah, what a week!
What a week.
What a
What a
week. But with that being said, I feel like I got to a lot of good stuff. Slowly is trying to take off some movies that I just like haven't watched. I guess some of the classics. But my brother wanted to watch The Conjuring, and I'd never seen it before. Charlie, have you seen The Conjuring?
Yeah.
Like the scene where it's like
Oh,
they
it's
do the
terrifying.
clapping, dude. It's crazy. I'd watch something with my younger brother, and we'd be walking up the stairs, and he'll like do the clapping, and I'll like slow down, and he'll be like, "Dude, go faster, go faster. It's dark down there." But the clapping, like the whole clap and seek game, is not that I ever played it, but I will never play that in my entire life. Really enjoyed it. I don't think like some of the acting here kind of took me out of it because there's parts where I'm really freaked out. And then one of the actors will act like crazy calm. That isn't one of the like one of the exorcists almost. Like one of the members of the family. Like the dad was like surprisingly calm when the mom was like tripping out and I'm like, dude, I would be like
Well,
losing it.
The dad's also just like a very stoic, chill dude in that movie.
Yeah, no,
Like, he's
I know.
just like, yeah, it's what's going on.
And I'm like, your wife is like possessed, and he's just like, all right, honey, it's gonna be okay. And she's like freaking out, trying to kill her kids, and I'm just like, I just don't know how in that situation you would do that, but
The clapping got me in that, and then the other thing that like really freaked me out was when she's on top of the cupboard and jumps down. It's like, oh.
Yeah. How did you like? Did someone like say, Charlie, we got to watch The Conjuring, let's watch it, or did you kind of stumble upon it on your own and watch it?
Well, back in my prime, I was more of a horror head.
Really?
So I think I seeked that one out. I also watched Insidious by myself. I don't think I ever watched The Conjuring 2. No, wait, I think I did watch The Conjuring 2. I don't remember. But I watched a couple horrors by myself.
That's
They're
crazy.
shockingly forgettable sequels.
Really?
Like as someone who's seen the next two, they're just gone in my mind. All I know is that Ed and Lorraine Warren show up, and it's like, I think you're haunted, and then turns out they are. And then he does like, may the power of Christ compel you, and then boom, problem solved.
I do like Ed. Ed's a chiller.
Yeah, Lorraine, not a fan. She's a little too spooky for me.
Yeah. She's
Crazy they were real.
Yeah. Just freaky stuff.
Yeah.
But really enjoyed that. I'm not like the biggest like horror movie head, but kind of got talked into watching that one, and I enjoyed it. And then I got talked into watching The 40-Year-Old Virgin, which I'd already seen, but that's just like, I feel like it's a comedy classic. I mean, what's not to love? I mean, Steve Carell, just like, I'm not going to say in his prime, but just right about there. I mean, because this is like right when he started The Office, which I looked at, because this movie came out in 2005. And I believe the first season of The Office came out in 2005 as well. But this cast is like insanely stacked to the point of like, I'm watching this movie and I don't even remember seeing these people in this movie. Like, what if I told you Jonah Hill is in this movie? And he has like 2 lines.
Jonah Hill's in Forgetting Sarah Marshall too.
Yeah, it's just like
he isn't Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
And
He's a good role in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah, it's a goofy role.
what does he do in Sarah Marshall?
He's just like obsessed with, what's his name? He's like the English dude with the long hair.
Russell
The
Brand.
rock star. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just obsessed with the rock star. He's like, hey, no rush, but did you happen to listen to my demo that I gave you? Dude's like on vacation.
Shout out my mixtape.
He was like, and the guy's like, no, I've actually just been, living my life. Haven't gotten to it. And Jonah Hill's like, oh.
Yeah, but literally, like, I feel like everyone in this cast has gone on to do something significant. So it was really fun to watch that one. I gave that one 4 stars. Then I watched Tron. Excited to talk about that later. And then my younger brother hadn't seen Sinners. He wanted to watch that, so I watched Sinners with him. And I think it's like I feel pretty strong about this opinion that I don't think anything else for the rest of the year is really going to beat this movie for me. So I think I'm going to continue to kind of like drive home the Sinners for Best Picture hype train. But again, I know it's kind of like into the horror genre. So I'm very interested to see how it will be looked at come award season, just because it's not your, stereotypical Best Picture winner for sure. So I don't know. I'm pretty confident that it's going to get a nomination at least, but especially with how many nominations they give out these days. But a win will definitely, we'll see. But as of now, it's my clear number 1. And then, and I forgot to say, the aspect ratio change, having that on digital is like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like every movie should do that. Like every movie that comes out should do that. Like because I want to say Mission Impossible 4, it did it in theaters, but then for the digital release, it doesn't expand.
It has never been seen outside of theaters, the Ghost Protocol IMAX again.
Yeah.
Which is so insane to me. But
I'm like, dude, that I would, even if you just sold a limited edition like DVD that had it,
just once
people
a year.
would.
Just once a year come
I
back
know.
out in theaters for one night. I'd be there every year.
That'd be awesome. But I was just saying, I think the aspect ratio change at home still absolutely rips, and I love it. Then I saw Superman again, and I think it like grew on me a bit. I think I felt more this time, so I think that's what I really liked about it. I think especially with the Ma and Pa Kent scene.
He's like the Grinch. His heart is growing as hope fills it thanks to Superman.
And I think I still have like a fair amount of problems with this movie. Like I even said in my review on Letterboxd that I think the fighting sequences are probably like my least favorite part of this movie. Like I think I really enjoy the parts where we get to know who he is in more of a like dialogue based context, if that makes sense. And I understand like the fighting is important, but I just honestly I could kind of care less. Like even the final battle scene with him up against Ultraman, or the evil version of himself almost. I was just kind of like, eh. But did love Ma and Pa Kent. They continue to be great, and I hope that they show up again. Then I watched Airplane. That's like that poster I have that it's like top 100 movies. I don't know if I've shown it to you guys or not, but it's like a scratch off type deal. Yeah. So Airplane was on there. Watched Airplane. It's like got some funny jokes and it's very witty with how its humor is. Definitely a lot of it's pretty outdated, considering it was like the 1980s. But there are some pretty funny jokes, but I'm definitely not going to say that I'm going to go back and be like, man, I really want to watch Airplane again. So I watched it, gave it 3 stars. And then on the flight over here, I crossed off 2 big movies that I'd like had in my watch list that I was just like, I just need to take care of. So I watched Chinatown with Jack Nicholson. I liked it. I could probably give it like 4 stars. I think I like something like Vertigo a bit better. I don't know. Have either of you seen Chinatown?
Mm-mm.
But it's like this, like supposedly people are talking about it's like some of the best like noir, or it helped bring some of like the best like noir movies, I guess, almost like Zodiac or like kind of like Prisoners had a big influence on those movies. But like Jack Nicholson here is really, really good. I think for me, that's what continues to like pull me into this movie. But I think the plot did lose me at times. But again, I think I could rewatch this sometime in the future. And there's a lot of like technical aspects of this movie that I really appreciate. Like, holy cow, there's certain sequences where colors just like pop. There's a certain scene where he's driving down a road and it's like lemon trees, and the lemons are just like popping out in your face. And it's like one of the most beautiful shots of the entire movie. And it's good. I liked it. I don't think I'm as high on it as a lot of other people are, but I enjoyed it. And then I watched There Will Be Blood with Daniel Day-Lewis. I really liked it. I'm not like instant 5-star material for this movie, but I did give it a 4.5. I think just like the performance alone from Daniel Day-Lewis is like worth watching this movie. It is like 2.5 hours, but it's 2.5 hours of him just like acting his ass off. And there's just like some sequences in here that are like almost like pretty heartbreaking. Yeah, I mean, like that's what like everyone knows it for, even if you haven't seen the movie. But basically, it's just deep dive into like the most capitalistic person you can possibly think of with zero restraint. And I don't know. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah, it's been a long, long time though.
Yeah,
like a long
I haven't
time.
seen it.
Paul Dano's also incredible in this movie. He's great. I mean, he plays the role. He's like this, almost like this. Yeah, that's what I've been saying like the past 24 hours. I drink your milkshake. Yeah, but I'm finally glad I kind of got to those, just because I've heard such good things about both of those, and I think definitely at least once a week I just want to get like one done. You know, like not that it's like a burden, but it's just so easy to watch things that are
Just knock something off the list.
Yeah, but it's so easy to just watch The Dark Knight again and again and again.
Yeah, just keep doing the same thing forever.
Yeah, or watch, Anthony Ramos career highlights. It's just it's too easy.
I hate that.
All right, so
Sorry guys, that went a while. I apologize.
Before I jump into mine, tying back to the Annabelle thing, I was like, why do I feel like that was familiar? Or like The Conjuring. So a guy died this week who's on tour right now with the Annabelle doll, like unexpectedly.
Nah,
Isn't that
What?
freaky? Yeah, dude. He's like on a Devil on the Run tour, and he's bringing the doll around for like the tour, and then he just unexpectedly died.
Don't like that.
Nope. So, Conjuring 5 inbound. Just
I think Conjuring 5 is coming out, right?
Is it?
I think there's been trailers for the new one, right?
Oh, that's right. The Last Rites. Conjuring The Last Rites. One last ride with the boys.
One last conjuring. It's conjuring time.
Yeah. Gotta go back to where it began.
I want to say the Annabelle doll is coming to Louisville.
No, thank you. No,
I
thank
think
you.
I'm so happy I'm out of town.
Yeah. I also watched a Jack Nicklaus movie this week, and I watched Something's Gotta Give with Diane Keaton and Keanu Reeves.
I've seen that one.
Also, a very small Jon Favreau role where he shows up for a few minutes. Classic Johnny Boy. This rocked. Big Nancy Meyers fan. This guy who's got 2 thumbs likes Nancy Meyers. Hello. Really liked this. Gave it 3 stars. Very cute, fun. Just like it just feels like a hug in like the best possible way. So I really like that. Then I was like, well, you know, sometimes you're doing something and you put something on the background that's just like background noise. So I put on something background noise, and then I got sucked into it, and it was Scooby-Doo and Cyber Chase, which I hadn't seen since probably it was on Cartoon Network when I was like 11. Forgot. It rocks. It rocks. Hello. So I really like that. Give that 3 stars. And then,
Boo.
What do you mean, boo?
Bro, is that
I'm not a huge Scooby head.
Oh, missing out.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
sorry.
And then I watched the Muppet movie, and it was electric as always. I forget how good it is every time I watch it, but like the fact they were able to do all this stuff in 1979, like in camera, practically, is just beyond impressive. They feel so real, and I think the trick of it all is you just treat the Muppets like people instead of like they're puppets, and it makes it work every single time. And then Tron Legacy was the last thing I watched. We'll talk about it in a little bit, but that was that was like 4 days ago. So the last 4 days I haven't really watched a movie, and that's because I've been rewatching Stranger Things. I've been like on a binge, go for like a couple episodes here and there, and I forgot how good this show is, man.
It's
like,
so good.
So good. And the fact
so
that
good.
it's just taken so long to like finish it. We're gonna talk about Stranger Things in a little bit when we talk about the season 5 trailer, but like it's phenomenal of a show. Like it's so good. And the funniest thing is like none of these actors had like big roles afterwards. Like Millie Bobby Brown is like stuck in the Netflix, churn and burn saga. Finn Wolfhard kind of, but like David Harbour is like the biggest name from Stranger Things, which is just I think the funniest outcome of them all. I did forget how little they are in the first season and like how much bigger they get by the end. So I just started season 3 like today, like this morning I watched season 3 episode 1 again, and it's an 85, and I was like, oh okay, so they got 5 more years till the 90s start. But I think season 3 came out in like 2019, so they'd be in the 90s now when this new season kicks in. But they're gonna still be in the 80s obviously. But I'm very pumped for Stranger Things when that comes out. I think we'll have to definitely do a deep dive into it when those episodes drop.
It is funny too how you just bring up like the cast and how Joseph Quinn is the one that has like stood above the rest.
And he was only in one season.
One season. It's crazy though, because like the one season he's there, like he stole the show. He was like everyone's favorite character for that season.
Yeah.
And then he just went on to be in everything.
Which
Not
is
everything,
incredible.
but he was just in something for like a movie every 2.5, 3 months. And I'm still like super pumped to see him in the Fantastic Four. So
I hope he's fantastic.
Yeah. Stranger Things rocks.
Stranger Things does rock. Sadie Sink is the other one too. I think she's on the come up. Like she's gonna be in Spider-Man, obviously coming out next year. And then she's done like The Whale. I think she's incredible in The Whale. For a couple of years ago. And then she had that Fear Street trilogy on Netflix that she was in. That was also pretty good. But Gaten Matarazzo, man, lock in. You're charming on this show. You could be a friend in something. Just lock in.
Is he really trying?
I don't know. Gaten Matarazzo could have been Jimmy Olsen. He would have been pretty good. Skylar Gisando's better.
I think he is better.
But maybe one day. Maybe Jimmy Olsen needs a buddy. Gaten Matarazzo. We're gonna be Gaten Matarazzo guys. All right, we're gonna get The Rock his Oscar this year. Next year, Gaten Matarazzo Oscar. We start the trend. We'll get it for him.
That would be a pretty strange thing.
Be fantastic.
Things have happened. All right, let's get into some news. We had a lot of news. I tried to break it down into kind of subcategories. So we'll start with the Nintendo news because for some reason we have two big pieces of news with that. First up is a Donkey Kong movie is in development, a likely spinoff from the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So the Seth Rogen Donkey Kong is most likely going to get his own film. Sick.
This screams another like 2 to 2.5 star. That's just fun to go and see.
It'd be kind of funny if they went like a more mature tone with this compared to like the Mario movies, because like the Donkey Kong games are like always usually a little bit harder and they skew to like an older platforming audience. If they were just like a serious take on Donkey Kong.
Who's gonna be Diddy? Or we've already met Diddy, right?
I think Diddy's in jail. We did meet Diddy. He was in the movie.
Who played Diddy?
That joke was tough.
Yeah.
Also, like Dixie's in the movie too. I remember that. She's with
who
Diddy.
did play Diddy?
But yeah, the Donkey Kong movie happening. Kind of cool. DK Donkey Kong. Next up, the bigger piece of Nintendo news is The Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda has found its live-action Link and Zelda. It is... Let me pull up these guys.
Not Hunter Schafer.
No. Bo Braxton and Benjamin Evan Answorth are Zelda and Link. They went younger, which I think makes a lot of sense, especially because I feel as though they're going to try to make Zelda probably a trilogy, let's be honest. So I think skewing younger was definitely the right call. I'm pumped for this. I'm very, very excited for this. I think that this also shows, number one, that they went with casting they actually wanted. They didn't go like stunt casting. They didn't do the old, Chris Pratt is Mario, which I appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do we know
May 2027?
Do we know which Zelda game they're going to go off of, if any?
I don't think so. I would assume a version of like Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
I think it'd be kind of cool if you did like a trilogy of games as like a one overarching story. Like if you started with like Ocarina of Time and the second one was like Majora's Mask and then it finished with like a big Breath of the Wild conclusion. They could find a way to do that if they wanted to.
They could easily.
So, yeah, I'm pretty pumped for Zelda. I wonder if Link will talk, or just like make his grunting noises like he does.
Probably talk.
It'd be funny if he didn't, though.
It'd be very funny if he didn't.
Yeah. Zelda just has to talk for him the whole time. Are you guys Zelda heads? I feel like we've said this before. I love Zelda.
I really like it too. I didn't play it a ton growing up. I played Breath of the Wild though religiously.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild was like the first one I like fell in love with. But like I used to have I had like Spirit Tracks in the 3DS for a long time. That was always fun. That was a really weird game. You like conducted trains. Weird game. I know. Next up is the Harry Potter show. So we got our first looks at Harry Potter and the gang. This is just going to be just the most interesting online discourse of all time. But I'm actually excited for the show. I'm actually like, I will say, the more of this show that I see, the more I'm like, all right, I'm in on it. Like, if you're going to do it, it seems like they're at least like doing it right.
When are they releasing the first season?
So the first season comes out in 2027. They're filming season 1 and 2 back to back. So the first 2 books back to back. The first 2 seasons are expected to have 6 episodes each.
What part of the year are they getting released?
It's got to be fall, right?
It needs to be fall.
Like, it's got to be like a September, October release.
Yeah,
I think it needs to be an October, November release.
So you're not like a back to school?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm pumped for this. I mean, I'm
excited.
The Harry Potter movies are just such a comfort rewatch. I think it'll be fun too. And I mean, I read the books like when I was, I don't know, in like 3rd or 4th grade. I read all of them but the last one. So like, I don't know.
How did you do that?
I know. I probably should just read the last one, but
no, never read the last one. Just accept that you'll never read it.
The last
I probably should.
Don't. Just don't.
But I am excited because I'm sure they're going to weave in, not that things are going to be drastically different, but I'm sure that there will be small details that will be uncovered throughout the show. And
yeah, there's a
different castings will be fun.
Freaking out that this is happening.
No,
not my Harry Potter. Yeah, I'm very excited for the Harry Potter discourse to return. It's just so, I can't wait. I'm very excited.
I like the fact that they're filming it back to back too, because
they got to just keep it going.
Good call.
Yeah, or else they're going to get stuck into Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's true. The nightmare scenario is if this doesn't turn out well, and they're just stuck doing this because they have to commit. Like, they can't just do like 5 seasons and then call it quits at book 5. Like, they gotta finish the show. So it'd be very funny if they didn't. No one liked the show, and then they just had to stick with it.
See, I will say what I'm thinking of right now is they have to make this feel just magical? Authentic, not just like magical, because I feel like the first movie already does that. The first movie throws you into this world, and it feels so like incredibly magical and so different than almost anything you've seen before that it's like this whole new experience. Okay, so now for the first season, you've already seen that before. You've already been experienced to that world. How can you recreate that magic in a way that it feels new and it feels fresh? That's where, because I'm like, okay,
fair enough.
Why watch the 6 episodes if I could just watch the movie, where the movie makes it feel more magical and I care more about the characters? So,
well, I think the argument is that I think the rationale for making it was they want to go deeper into the books, because a lot of people who read the books are not upset but wish that the movies were more authentic to the books. I think the films are perfect as they are. I think the biggest difficulty that they'll encounter with this TV show and recreating that magical feeling is the music, because I think the music in the movies,
they're just gonna copy it. I 1,000% believe they're just gonna copy it.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're gonna 1,000% copy it.
If you change it, I feel like it's just a whole different feeling.
The same way that they probably did the Superman route, where like they use the original theme, but like they just do their own little version of it, but it's the same.
Okay, that's fair.
Us potheads are up big, though.
Yeah, shout out all the potheads out there. All right, next up, we're going to do... Oh, this one's so good. I love this one. All right. Oh, the Places You'll Go. Dr. Seuss. Ariana Grande will be starring in Oh, the Places You'll Go from John M. Chu. who is the director of the 2 Wicked movies, who we also found out last week is directing the Hot Wheels movie. My man John, chasing the bag wherever he goes. I love it. I respect it so much. Dude's gonna turn out 2 Wicked movies and is like, all right, just let me sign the slop checks whenever
Bro
I want.
has no selection process.
No,
He sees the
no.
zeros and he signs.
Same
on the
with
dotted
Ariana
line.
Grande. Like, nominated for an Oscar, and she's like, what do I follow this up with? Have you ever heard of Other Places You'll Go? Just mad respect.
Hey,
Love
maybe
it.
she was a big fan of the book as a child.
Yeah, it really spoke to her or something.
What if it's good?
I'm sure it'll be perfectly passable. But it's very funny that, like, this is.
What if it's a
this
5-star?
Yeah, it's just like it's like the Lego movie, but they just make it Other Places You'll Go.
What if it takes me places that I didn't think I would go?
Ho, ho, ho.
My God, I never thought about that.
Yeah. I know Wicked did.
True. Yeah, her next 2 things are, so after Wicked, which we got our Oscar nom for, is Meet the Parents 4 and Oh, the Places You'll Go.
I'm pumped for Meet the Parents.
Wow.
Just incredible. All right. Next up is Werewolf, or Werewolf as it's spelled. The new Robert Eggers movie. We're running it back. Lily Rose Depp, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Willem Dafoe, the British countryside in medieval times, baby. Welcome back, Nosferatu. We're back. It's just he's just got his people. I love it. I'm so in on this.
He knows what he wants and he knows who can do it.
Yeah.
And I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I remember Nosferatu. There was a lot of discourse around Aaron Taylor Johnson's performance, and I liked it.
I thought he was quite good.
I thought he was like perfect because he
I
felt
agree.
like this very rich and almost like pompous individual. And even if he's playing a different character in this new movie, I think he's going to kill it. Well, yeah, he's the werewolf, but I don't know if the werewolf's going to be some rich dude or if it's going to be, because I'm sure it's going to be at least something different than what we got in Nosferatu. But
Yeah.
Lily Rose Depp was insane in that movie, to say the least. So maybe they can go back to back and recreate something special.
There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped for this. I'm a big Eggers head. For all the eggheads out there, we rise.
Eggheads.
I don't know if I've seen many of his. I didn't like The Lighthouse.
You should watch Nosferatu.
I should.
I like The Northman. The Northman was honestly one that I didn't love The Lighthouse, but I feel like the Northman was a little bit more like traditional storytelling in terms of just like you have a character, who runs into a problem, and it's just, I feel like it was a little bit more like linear storytelling, and it's very straightforward with some really cool action and some interesting, almost like myths, or not myths. I'm totally blanking on what you call it, but like mythology kind of behind it, and then you just add the insane visuals that his movies have. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it.
Hey.
Probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, of his.
I'll add that to the watch list along with Nosferatu.
Write that down. Let's talk Spider-Man 4. We haven't spoke about Spider-Man 4 in at least 3 episodes, which is a new personal record for us. Spider-Man 4 is apparently going to be much more practical. They're trying to do like on-set swinging and like more choreography, a lot less green screens.
I like
Oh,
that.
hell yeah. Back. I'm very pumped for this. I think this is going to be very good. I hope. Listen, I'm putting the cart before the horse here a little bit. I feel as though we may be in a new renaissance of comic book movie. I feel very confident in that, especially the Fantastic Four like preview, fan screening, like early reviews. Streets are saying it's good, like quite good. So I'm very pumped for that. That'll obviously be next week's episode. But I feel good, feel confident, feel strong.
Feel good.
I feel good. The weirdest thing though of this is that it comes out next July and they haven't started filming yet. Crazy. That's a crazy turnaround. But maybe that's what they're going for. So we'll see.
Spider-Man's just getting delayed, man. Nothing new in my life.
We're in a toxic relationship with Spider-Man. All right. Next up is DC. DC stuff through and through. So a few things. Number one, the Batman 2 script. James Gunn says it's really quite good. They're very excited for it. He also confirmed once again that Robert Pattinson will not be the Batman of the DCU, and I choose to ignore this fact. I'm gonna be delusional here and just pretend like that didn't happen.
Jack, I thought you were coming around to it.
Yeah, Jack, I thought you ran on it.
I'm coming around to it if like that's the only like. I think my conditions are still. It needs to look.
I think
good
the general audience will be very confused. Like, think of like Gary from Kansas, right? You think Gary from Kansas is going to realize that Robert Pattinson is not the Batman of the DC universe? You think he's going to know he's part of the Batman crime saga universe?
Sure. But like,
and also like they want to do more spin-off shows, like, so that's going to be super confusing too.
And maybe this is the way that I view it, but I love Pattinson's Batman, but I think in my mind it's almost like a Michael Keaton's Batman should be in this universe.
Like that old?
I think
but like I'm saying, like the aesthetic and more or less kind of the just like the structure of the costume.
Okay.
Like I want the yellow like Batman. You know what I'm saying? The yellow and the black. That's what I want. That's what I would like to see.
So what if Robert
in
Pattinson
this universe
in yellow and black costume?
No, don't change everything that you just made.
So
I think Hunter, we need on this screen a timeout box where we put someone in a really small little put them really small in the corner, and I think Jack belongs in that timeout box right now.
Yeah. Hang on, Jack. Let the adults talk for 1 second. Charles, come on. You know we want this. You know we want this, right? Like,
I want it so badly.
So badly. Like, okay, here's my only way that I'll allow this. James, listen. This is the only way I'll allow this, James Gunn. You better make your Batman so fantastical. I want Killer Croc. I want Poison Ivy. I want a Mr. Freeze that is like puts his hand out and freezes stuff. If you're gonna separate these two, I want them very separate. I want the blue and gray costume if you're gonna do these so separately.
Sure.
Like, but you have such a beloved Batman right now. Why?
I know.
Why muddy it? Also, does this mean that if Robert Pattinson has a villain that the other Batman can't have him right now? Like, is there going to be now no Penguin or no Joker or no Riddler in this other Batman's universe because it's too confusing?
You know what, dude? I think people would be more than happy to see 2 Batman movies a year. I know I would.
Two different Batmans, though?
I think the problem is, I know what you're saying.
You're creating just a comparison with each other.
I know, and it's incredibly hard because you make the Batman, which already has this incredibly high standard. You come up with anything that's Batman, it's trash. That's not even remotely on its level. I think people associate it with not or being the bad Batman movie.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like Superman. Like, even Man of Steel, which is not beloved by everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a very specific small group of people that really are passionate about Man of Steel. They still saw the new Superman movie and were like, "Oh, dude, it's nowhere close to Man of Steel, or it's not Henry Cavill." I think that's just like we would get that to an extreme if both movies were coming out.
Yeah,
but
then
with that being said, I still wouldn't mind it, just because I still in my head, like, I still think they're, until I'm proven wrong that these two can coexist in the same universe and it looks good and it's done well, I'm just gonna stand on what I've said as to where I just would not like him to join this universe.
I would be so mad if 2 Batmans came out in the same year. One of them was in the DCU, like James Gunn's DCU, and the other was Robert Pattinson, and the Robert Pattinson one was so much better.
I would be so pressed.
I would be so bothered.
Yeah. The other one too all right, Jack, let me put this out there. Let me just toss this at you.
Yes.
What if they came out and were like, all right, we are not going to touch Robert Pattinson Batman until the trilogy is complete. once Matt Reeves does what he wants to do with Batman, then he will join the greater DCU. So like they say, Batman Part 2 comes out next year, and then the following year Batman Part 3 comes out. That's the end of what Matt Reeves wants to do right now with the character of Batman. I think that it's a pretty reasonable way to go about this. Where like maybe you just don't touch Batman for a few years, but he's still part of this. Like, Superman could reference him, or like even if he wanted to show up for 30 seconds and it was just like, hey, want to join the League? And Batman's like, no. Then
I'm fine with that.
That would be something interesting at least.
Yeah. I
just think it's too confusing.
I know, and it is tough.
You got to think of the random fan or the random person who's like, I mean, think about it, right? Marvel convinced regular folk to go see 3 Ant-Man movies. Like, if you have 2 Batman, it gets confusing. You gotta get the general audience on your side.
I agree, but I think these movies can be so different that it can be a positive for the character as a whole. Maybe that's just my thinking, because like when I think of the Batman that belongs into this universe with Superman, I think of like the Lego Batman. I think of all like the characters that are involved in this, like you said, Killer Croc, like Poison Ivy, but like at their most like fantastical form.
Yeah.
And I think it would be really cool if they were to weave that into the Batman that we have right now. But again, until I'm proven differently. Sorry. Until I'm proven differently, I just don't think I'm going to be
wrong.
until I'm proven differently. And I'm not like hating on the idea. I'm not in love with it, I think, as much as you guys are, obviously. So, but if they come out and they say that they're going to do it, I'd like to be proven wrong before I'm like fully into it. So,
yeah,
I think that's that. But
fair enough.
We'll see.
The other one too is that a Wonder Woman movie is being prioritized, but is not fast tracked until the script is ready. But the script is getting into a very good place. I'm very excited for this as well. I think you have to do your Trinity. You have to get Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman right. So far, Superman correct. Wonder Woman I think is going to be next, and then Batman is obviously, we just talked about the kind of the question mark there. Other things that James Gunn talked about was that he is writing a Superman quote unquote sequel, but it's not a true sequel, but it's very Superman focused. My thought is it's probably a Superman Supergirl team up movie, or like a Superman versus the Authority kind of thing. I just think it'd be a real shame if we never got a true Superman 2. But we'll have to wait and see on that one as well. And then the other couple things was that we will not be getting an Aquaman and we will not be getting a Flash for at least 2 to 3 years. So those kind of characters are on the back burner a little bit right now. If I had to guess, I would say by 2030, we will get our new Justice League movie. So that sounds like it's far away, but we're already halfway through 2025. So
we will be 28 years old.
Yeah, we will. And guess where I'll be day one? Clapping like a seal at that screen. Superman's telling me to hope. And I'll be like, yeah, you're right, Superman. I should hope. That's it for news.
I'm excited for the Supergirl stuff. I think it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I think that what a well-placed cameo where like it actually made sense in the narrative and also had like extra ramifications within the story of Crypto is a big part of that Superman story. And it ties perfectly into her movie coming up. So I'm very excited for that. Want to do some trailers? Want to talk some trailers? All right. First up is The Girlfriend. This is a new... Oh, it's a series. That was a movie coming out. A series coming to, I think, Amazon, starring Olivia Cook and Robin Wright, about a mom whose son gets a new girlfriend. And it's a little weird.
Little baby girl-esque.
Yeah, little baby girl-esque.
She reminds you of me.
Yeah, that was tough. Anything with Olivia Cook, I will be there. I'll be there day one. I think she's very good and everything. So I'm pumped for that.
I think this is a little bit too freaky for my taste.
Oh. This is one of those shows where it's like, yeah, it's an interesting concept. I just know damn well I will not be watching.
I think this is a show I wait till the reviews come out. If the reviews are good, then I'm in. If the reviews are like, this is awful, but all the TikTok girlies are like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen, I'm gonna skip it. That's kind of my thought process on it.
I don't really watch many shows. There are two things that get me to watch a show. One,
Strange Things.
if I'm extremely interested, or if there are like ramifications if I don't watch it, like Marvel. If I don't watch a show and we'll have no idea what's going on, then like I might watch a couple episodes. Or two, if everyone is talking about it, because then
you can't miss out on the conversation.
Then I get FOMO.
Yeah.
And I can't engage in conversation at work.
Fair enough.
Which is exactly what happened with Severance.
Mm.
Neither of these, this series doesn't really fall into either of these categories. So I will probably not be watching.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Next up is After the Hunt, starring Andrew Garfield, Julia Roberts, and Ayo Edebiri. This is a movie coming to theaters. This is Luca Guadagnino's, I believe, follow-up to Challengers from last year. Oh no, he did Queer last year also. So this is his kind of follow-up to both those. I thought this looked quite good.
Really?
Yeah, I really liked this.
Looks very
Charles,
freaky.
I feel like Charles is out on this.
I just thought it felt very bland.
I don't know. Maybe it's my Andrew Garfield. Like, he automatically gets another half star from me, no matter what he does. But
I mean, I like Andrew Garfield and Julia Roberts. It just felt like a very bland concept to me. Maybe I didn't get enough to like get all in. I was just like, eh.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
nothing really about
I'm not
this
fully bought into this either. I do love Andrew Garfield, but I think this is just something where we're gonna have to kind of like hear some of the critics or hear some of the reviews prior to heading into it. And
yeah,
if it is what everyone claims it to be, then maybe I'll go see it. Or maybe there's another trailer that comes out. But I think the problem with like movies like these is, I mean, that trailer was what, like 2.5 minutes?
It was a long trailer, and I feel like
I mean,
you whole thing.
Yeah, you give me like anything else, and I feel like you're spoiling the movie. So
yeah, fair enough.
Wait, didn't Smurfs come out this weekend?
Yeah, weren't you supposed to go see that for us since you saw Dogman?
It scored a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
As our resident go see the kid movie guy.
Oh, you brought that dog, man.
Did I send you guys that edit?
Yeah, that was like, well, I sent it in the group chat, and then it was funny because then you sent it in the group chat, and it was just like both on. It was like on our For You page, and we were just like, yeah, Charlie's got to love this.
You brought that dog, man. So good, so good. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm in Luca Guadagnino, I trust. Hand up. Next up is the trailer for Mortal Kombat 2. We're now with Johnny Cage, Carl Urban as the titular Johnny Cage. I liked the first Mortal Kombat from a couple of years ago.
I thought you hated it.
I liked the fighting. The fighting was good.
Buns.
No, the fighting was good, where they actually like showed blood and did the whole Mortal Kombat thing. This one looks objectively worse.
This looked quite bad.
This does not look good. But hand up, I'll be there. I'll be there day one.
If I was into Mortal Kombat,
it's good.
I do love like the poster of him, and it's like Tom Cruise. It's like very much like Tom Cruise Mission Impossible poster, like just a straight up copy, but Carl Urban.
Yeah, I see like that stuff. I like all that. I like that they, it seems like they're still sticking with that rated R route, and like it seems there's just something about this. Like I think we don't get a lot of like B tier action movies anymore. We either get like A tier or like D tier, and this feels like a nice B tier cheesy 80s style action movie.
Was it just me, or did one of the guys from Mortal Kombat for one of the new posters look like Jeremy Renner? Or was I just tripping?
If only there was an app we had to talk about like this. Oh, I guess Raiden kind of looks like Jeremy Renner. Yeah. He's got some Renner-esque features.
I'm like, that looks like Jeremy Renner.
Dude, this would have won triple platinum on the Renner app.
I saw his book in Barnes & Noble the other day. I was like, you know what? Maybe one day.
Did you check see if it's signed copy?
That would have been
That would have been electric.
would have been rantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think this looks better than it probably actually is, but I'm still there.
Fair.
I will
Just
be seated.
the slop
Let's
continues.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah,
John.
This is like
Maybe
a
John
big
M.
bowl
Chu
of,
could
like,
direct the third one.
Yeah. John M.
With
Chu.
Ariana Grande.
Yeah, she's like Katana or something. No, this is like it's like a bowl of like vanilla ice cream. You're like, yeah, there's a lot of other flavors out there, but you know what? Sometimes just get the vanilla. It's not good for you. But
Nah, this seems more like a bowl of vanilla ice cream with freezer burn.
yeah, okay.
Because vanilla
just
ice
have
cream
it.
is so good. Like I will go if I
You know
see
what it is?
vanilla
It's
ice cream,
orange sherbet.
yeah, I'll
It's
take some.
orange sherbet the movie. It's like I would rather have ice cream, but like sherbet's still good.
But I would never eat orange sherbet.
Even if you're given orange sherbet, it's like, well, I gotta have
Who's
it.
giving you orange sherbet? Like
I'm-
where?
What?
Are you gonna-
There's not
are you-
ever. I always.
are you at a
the
work function?
options- No, dude, orange sherbet's good.
If I'm given orange sherbet, I think I'm just gonna look at it and maybe smell it once and then put it
No,
on the
you're
table
wrong
and
on
not
this.
eat it.
No, you're wrong on this. There's a Bavarian restaurant near
Which
me.
honestly, maybe
does,
it's
like,
good
all you
cop
can eat,
because
and the
that's what I'm
dessert
gonna
is
do with Mortal
orange
Kombat.
sherbet.
I'm just gonna look at it and be like, yeah, and then leave it out there.
Big mistake.
But vanilla ice cream, freezer burn vanilla ice cream, I'll see it and be like, oh, this is interesting, and then I'll open it up and be like, God damn it, and then I won't eat it. That's like this.
No. I don't know. I like orange sherbet.
Okay, well,
You're missing out. All right. Final trailer. No, actually, no, not final trailer. But the final trailer we'll talk about right now before we get into Tron is Stranger Things season 5. Let's dive into this trailer. But
looks freaking crazy.
It looks quite
Freaking
good.
quizzy.
The other thing I want to talk about too is the alleged runtimes. Let me find. I have it written down just for
It's
this.
just gonna be film after film.
It's
So-
like 2 hours each minimum.
Each episode is supposed to be a minimum 2 hours. The final episode is supposed to be 3 hours long.
Oh my god! Just put them in theater at that point.
You know what? If you're gonna make me wait like 3 years for this, let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's get
And-
weird with it.
They said all the hype. They said, you know what? It's like making several movies.
Yeah.
And if this is what we're getting, I can't complain.
No, I'm in.
Like, if you're going to send these characters off, if they're going to kill Steve, you better give me every minute I possibly can have with that guy.
Yeah. Agreed.
Any thoughts on who's headed on their way out? The good thing is we're at the end, you know?
Who's gonna
And
die?
I'm fine with this because if they were to kill off Steve, I think it would be done in a heroic fashion.
I think
And
Steve
I think it would be
lives.
very complimentary to his arc or to any character for that reason. But it's like we're at the end of the show. We're not going to see more of them anyway.
I would like him to live.
Me too. I agree.
My hot take is that I think the entire Byers family and Hopper are dead. I think
Who?
that's going to happen. So, like, Will, Joyce, and Jonathan all going to die, and Hopper will die.
Wow.
I think all the kids will live, and I think then 11 and Finn Wolfhard will run off into the distance.
I think Noah Schnapp's character dies.
Yes, we're on the
Wait,
same
yeah,
page
Will
there.
Byers. Yeah, Will
Yeah,
Byers.
we're on the same page there.
I don't know if the
I
entire
want-
family dies though.
I think
it
so.
seems like online people think Steve and Will Byers are gonna die. Those are
Give
like
me something sad, man. You know? Like, make me upset.
piss me off.
Yeah, I want to get real angry. I hope there's not like a back. My worry is that one of these episodes is going to be like a backdoor pilot into a spinoff, which I really hope it's not.
And it's like a 2-hour commercial.
Yeah, it's like join us next month when Stranger Things Kiddo Club joins Netflix. It's like no, I would like to none now, please.
I'm not gonna do that.
I will pass. I was thinking about it though, like when this show came out, I was like 14, and when it finishes, I'll be 24, and that kind of boggles my mind. Because like I was like with these kids are basically these kids. They're our age. Like, let's be honest. When the show started, they were just like basically the same age as us, and like they're basically the same age as us now. Millie Bobby Brown went from like a child to now she's married. Like, it's weird in my mind how much they've aged in this time. But I'm very excited for this final season.
I think it's gonna have the most hype a show has had in recent memory that I've been a part of. So, yes. Especially if these runtimes are confirmed to be true, holy cow! And we're gonna get at least 20 hours of content.
Yeah,
from one season.
It's kind of off people's radar though. I've been talking about it at work, and I'm like, yeah.
I have a hot take on that, Charles, because I was thinking the same thing. To me, Stranger Things is in the same camp as Avatar. Like, when they're not happening, they're not as culturally relevant. And, like, you kind of are like, oh, yeah, I love that. But, like, I haven't thought about it. But when they're happening, it's like the entire culture is focused on that.
I can agree on that.
They're kind of in the same camp there. Like, I mean, think of the last season, right? Like, it was a while ago, but, like, that Running Up the Hill song has like lasted since that show has been off for 2.5 years now. But like, even with Avatar, like we don't talk about it, but then the second the trailer comes out or like the second things happen, it's like back on Na'vi, baby. I'm locked in. So
it's kind of like Tron.
Oh, was that a segue?
That was clean. That was clean.
Back on the grid. What? But yeah, I'm pretty pumped for this overall. Stranger Things looks good. We'll do some more. We'll do some more talking about it once we get a little closer to the actual season.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into Tron. So starting off Tron, we'll talk Tron. You know what? Let's save Tron Ares the trailer for after the review. Let's be weird.
I like that.
Yeah, we'll talk Tron Legacy first. All right. So Tron Legacy retro review. Because it's a retro review, we're going full spoilers the whole time. If you haven't seen it, it's 15 years old at this point, guys. Folks, what are we doing if we haven't seen it by now? So this is a spiritual sequel, well, direct sequel, but like also a legacy sequel to the first Tron, starring Jeff Bridges. The son of a computer programmer goes looking for his father and ends up inside the digital world that his father designed. He meets his father's corrupted creation and a unique ally who was born inside the world. Directed by Joseph Krasinski, starring Jeff Bridges, Garrett Hedlund, and Olivia Wilde. Joseph Krasinski obviously went on to direct many, many things, including most recently F1 and also Top Gun Maverick and Oblivion right after this, which he kind of kept a similar style to. So let's get into Tron Legacy. What do we think?
Well, this was my first time seeing it. You guys had both seen it, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not at all what I expected. I don't really know how to describe what I expected. I would say it was a lot less like sci-fi. I don't know. It seemed, maybe it's because of all the AI stuff, but it seemed a lot more realistic now than I think I would have expected. Not that any of it would ever happen. It just felt like more real. I don't know. I'm not explaining very well, but I thought the world building was very good. I wasn't really confused by anything in the world. I just thought it was I wasn't as entertained, and I felt like it was a little more bland than I would have liked. I think the acting is also like, Jeff Bridges is great. The main character, what's his name again?
Flynn.
Sam.
Yeah,
Flynn.
it's that. Yeah. I don't think Sam's acting was great, which kind of like bummed me. Really?
I feel the direct opposite of what you just said.
Really?
I feel like
everything I just said?
I feel like Sam is way better than Jeff Bridges is here.
Really?
Like when my favorite part of this whole movie, spoiler, is when Clue, like it's like the flashback and Clue shows up and he's like, "Am I still to create the perfect system?" And then Flynn's like, "Yeah." I laugh every time at that.
He's literally just from The Big Lebowski, like the entire time. But instead, he created this insane, like technological, like massive advancement, and it's just
it's. I think it's so funny.
He kept saying "man." I was like,
he's just
man.
Yeah, man. I I also thought the de-aging CGI was. Oh,
It was
I
better
like
than I
it.
remembered.
I thought it was
Like,
bad.
I
thought
think
it
it's
worked
like,
for Clue because he's supposed to be like
yeah,
a program, but like at the beginning of the movie, they didn't really show Jeff Bridges' face that much in that kind
Yeah.
of pre-scene when Sam's a kid, but we saw it like briefly, and I was like, oh, is that supposed to be?
hear me out.
What do you got, Jack?
Maybe this is too much. I don't know.
Oh boy.
So obviously it's like the de-aging part. You know, I think you could have just shaved Jeff Bridges' face and like put on a ton of makeup and still kind of made him look like young or something. You know, I think they could have done that. But I think like the intentional use of using Clue is that, you know, Flynn and Clue at one point were literally like the exact same person.
Yes.
And I think it's done intentionally to show like when they are the same. So like when he's visiting his son in the beginning, they're the exact same person, but he meets his dad again because he is a different man. Like, I know it sounds so stupid. Like, obviously, like you with age, you look different, but I think it's done so intentionally to show just how different he really is from when he last saw his dad, if that makes any sense.
No, I'm with
Maybe I'm digging way too deep here and I'm trying to read into something that's just not. It
No,
could
I
have
mean,
just been, you know what? Let's just throw in a stupid little de-aging CGI Jeff Bridges here and make it work. But like, I think because Clue is like supposed to be this like CGI, very much like Tron-esque person, I think it works. I think if it was like any other movie, I'd be like, oh man, like this kind of looks like trash. But I think because it is a video game, I think it works.
I agree. I also think that too, it works from a storytelling aspect of like the man who left him is the face of the villain. So like the face that he remembers of his father, the father that abandoned him, is the face of the villain in this movie. Where like the older man's face, who is his father now, is the one who also saved him. I think that works as well from like just a storytelling aspect.
Yeah. But I will say, like, I will agree with you, like Charlie, where you say it does feel a bit bland. I think this is very much like a PG movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it fully accepts like that aspect of the rating, and it's like it's PG. We're not really taking too many risks outside of that area, if that really makes sense. Because I feel like if you maybe push the boundaries here and maybe make it like PG-13, or maybe expect in general to tell this to a more sophisticated audience, I think that there is a lot more potential. And that's why I'm really excited for this next movie, because I really do feel like they may take a few more risks than were taken in this movie.
Yeah.
I think too that this is I agree. I think that they maybe didn't trust the audience fully in the accepting of the high concept of it all.
Yeah.
And I think what's interesting too is I would make the argument, and maybe, you may disagree, but this feels like a direct result of Avatar. It's only a year later, right? And obviously this was in production a lot longer, but like this feels like Disney's response to Avatar of you're a person, you get sucked into this other world that's so different from our own. And I think that is interesting because in Avatar, James Cameron trusted the audience to accept the rules of this world pretty quickly and just kind of move on. Where this, I feel like, plays it very safe with those rules and doesn't maybe go as weird as it could go.
Sure.
Because it doesn't want to dive too deep into those things. I mean, even like the whole thing of what Korra is, like these beings that just came to life in this world. Like that's such an interesting concept that is just like very much kind of forgotten about or like mulled over. Where I think that's something that could have been like its own whole thing. And maybe that was the plan initially, right? Like this was supposed to set up some kind of franchise that never came to be until Ares coming out this year. But I think that if you don't trust an audience enough, that this is kind of the result that you get. Having said that, though, I still really like this. I think from a production standpoint, it is beautiful to look at. I think that the score is arguably maybe the greatest score in film history. Like, I think what Daft Punk did here is phenomenal. I could listen to it all day, every day. And I do think that setting the way that the real world scenes are filmed to this, like on the grid, is such a juxtaposition that it works tremendously. So I think that from Joseph Krasinski's angle, he did everything about as good as he could know.
Going back to like Disney, I think this is also very much heavily man, we're gonna sell some really cool toys with this.
Yeah.
Like I remember being a kid and seeing this movie. Holy cow, dude! Like I had
Do you remember
all of like the Tron action figures that would light up. I mean, I want to be able to like find it.
Like features on this movie. I remember that. Like they did like the Disney Channel feature.
Like they show it on
like
Disney
they
Channel?
went to set and like it was like them on set and it was like showing it as like an ad for the movie. And I always thought it was
I
so
do not
cool.
remember that.
I thought it was like the coolest thing.
No, I think sorry, Charlie, what were you gonna say?
What would you guys think if this, because it's a pretty short movie. I think it's like an hour and 40 minutes. What would you think about it being 20 minutes longer and them adding like one additional world building? Because they had the disc fighting, they had that, the bike racing. Those are some of my favorite parts. What would you think if they added like one more thing? I don't know where they would put it, but like one more world building thing to make Tron like so out there, so cool, so different.
I think they needed to, and obviously this is a sequel. So like if you watch the first Tron, I think you have the backstory you need. I think it would have been more helpful as if maybe they gave us the backstory of Tron, the first one. Because I'm sure in the first one, which I still have not seen, there is a lot of world building. And so when you jump into this, it's like, all right, I got it. I know what happens. I know the grid. I know like this world. But I think we as an audience needed a bit more because Tron, the original Tron, was kind of a flop that never became anything.
It's not very good.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, so like, does it help you though with like the?
Yeah, because the Tron as the character is more introduced, and I think it's
like Tron is in this, but he's not.
Because Tron, I want to say, is Alan's.
Correct.
Is Alan's like basically his character in this world, and you get to meet that character in the first one. I will say the first one is like the visuals are neat, but the story is just like all over the place, and it's just a complete mess in my opinion. Because I think there are aspects of this story that I'm not like over the top about, but I think again it's like that visual storytelling, and again from like a production standpoint, it's just so incredible that you can't help but just be amazed. As to where the first one, if the story's a mess, you're like, yeah, it kind of looks neat, but now you compare, what that looks like versus anything that comes out today. You're like, why would I watch this? Yeah,
no, I'm with you.
The background does slightly help, but even then, I still didn't feel like I was like sucked in to Tron's character as a whole. Because even when he like makes the big sacrifice play, it still kind of comes off as like, man, if we just like got some dialogue with this character, like you said, the flashback is awesome where Jeff Bridges and is talking to Clue, and he's like, am I still to build a perfect system? He says yes, and then basically like does the order 60. He does the order 66.
Yeah.
He tries to take him out, and then Tron basically stays behind, and like Tron is just dope. I mean, he's got all the moves. He is just loyal. Like, you wish you could have gotten some more backstory, even though we've gotten some in the first one. And that's what I think this movie is missing in my eyes. Is just a little bit more character development.
Yeah,
I think if we just had a few more conversations between both of the Flynns, I think if there's just more of like a father like, even just like they try and build some emotional connection, which I think they try and do, but I don't think it hits home as close as it may for some people, or I feel like a lot of people it misses.
Yeah.
Because they want you to care about these characters, but I think in the end, you don't really care about them as much as they would like you to.
This is really nitpicky. I had a very hard time. there's a suspension of disbelief kind of aspect that Clue could not find Jeff Bridges' character, like Flynn, for that long when he was literally just like a straight shot from the city in a lit up cabin or hole. Like, how could Clue not have been able to find him? If he was putting all of his energy, all of his effort into finding Flynn to get to the real, like that was his whole, like, I just found it very hard to believe that Clue would never have been able to find Flynn.
Wasn't it almost like a exhaustion of like resources type of thing where like they weren't programmed to go out there?
Yeah, they couldn't get.
That's what I thought.
That's what
I could be wrong.
But then they did.
But I understand they did. Yeah, I
Once the
agree.
bike came in, they're like, we sourced this vehicle to its origin. And then they all just like went to that spot. Like, I find it very, very hard to believe that they couldn't just use binoculars. Oh, there's someone out there. Let's go check it out.
Yeah,
No,
I think it was
understand what
too
you're
that he
saying.
was just so like almost in exile that they were just like, he's out there.
But they needed his disc. Like, that was the whole thing they needed. That was
Yeah.
Well, I guess
that was Clue's.
Well, that's why also he brought in Flynn or brought in Sam to kind of get his dad
but that was also years later.
because he figured out how to do it. I guess.
Again, years later, he had all that time to find Flynn, and Flynn was always in that cabin or house or whatever you want to call it, hole.
I guess they wanted to search for him, but again, like they would have just exhausted an insane amount of resources to get to him just because they weren't supposed to go out that far. But I think once they pulled Flynn in, that was like all right, he's going to lead us like directly to him and we won't have to really like waste anything because we can just go straight there instead of like going in the surrounding area, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? As we're like, oh, let's like blindly search around and potentially, I don't know, like lose like men or lose like light cycles or something. But once they brought him in, they're like, we know exactly where he is. He's going to lead us to him. And he did that. And then they were just like, all right, let's just go and come back.
It makes sense. I still find it hard to believe.
Sure.
Without a pair of binoculars, or with a pair of binoculars, they couldn't do that. Also, Cora picked Flynn up and drove straight to the bunker. Like, no one watched them go. They couldn't jump over that cliff, but they watched her go.
I mean, you could, I guess, make the argument that probably Flynn had, you know, if there was maps that he designed in the beginning of the game, maybe he had a dev room or like the AI didn't know where it was. Like, because I know that that's a lot in video games of like, there's like these dev rooms where basically the developers have access to these rooms that you can never, as a player or even as like the AI can never access. Not to get too nerdy with it, but that was the big issue in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. So, shout out.
Okay.
There's one person out there who knew what I was talking about, and it's just like recognition for us. Thank you.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I feel like you guys are big Rizzler fans. So like when they were fighting and they were like the Rinsler, and they're like Rinsler. I was just like, the Rizzler? Jesus. I don't know. I just thought of you guys in that moment, and I thought you guys were like cheering on your couches. It turns out I was the only one that was thinking about it.
Brain rot.
Fair. Hey.
Thank you guys.
Shout out though, what would you call it? Not really a cameo, but like a small Cillian Murphy role.
Yes, I completely forgot he's in there.
Yeah. I guess he was supposed to be set up as like a big thing in this for a potential sequel that never happened. Because he's Ed Dillinger. Dillinger Tron.
Yes.
Because Dillinger Tron is like, I guess, the bad guy in the first Tron. If that's correct, isn't that Jack?
Say it again.
Isn't Ed Dillinger in the first Tron like
Fantastic.
the bad guy?
I don't remember exactly who the bad guy is, but it's definitely just like the head of the company is like the bad
Dillinger
guy.
is the head of the company.
Yeah.
But
Basically,
yeah,
Jeff Bridges like steals back his company because like they take his idea and he like has to go in the Tron to like go and retrieve it and like say, you know.
Yeah. There's never been a more 2010 looking guy though than Cillian Murphy in this movie. Just like the beaver hair with like overdressed. Mad respect.
He's so calm and collected too. I mean, you have the scene where the dog pulls up for the video. I do like that scene. I think it's pretty funny.
I think the best thing that came out of this movie of Tron is, well, it's two things. The soundtrack from Daft Punk is incredible, and the other one is that Tom Cruise liked it and was like, just since he's my guy, and he made Oblivion, which was awesome, and then that led to Top Gun Maverick. So shout out Tron Legacy for allowing us to have Top Gun Maverick.
Plus the scene of Daft Punk when they have end of line and they're just like hanging out in like the DJ, like the booth.
Yes.
It's so cool that they were able to like include themselves in there. And if you don't know who they are, you would just be like, oh, that's just like some random people, in the club.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really cool that. So go back to the club.
Go back to the club.
Plus Zeus was giving like mad like Riddler vibes.
Yeah.
With like the cane and everything. He's like dancing around. Like
the costuming in this movie is incredible.
Yeah.
Just like the outfits are so good.
I want to say it was I saw a video on it. It was from Raiders of the Lost podcast. It was saying I think it had what?
This won an Oscar.
Oh, for production?
For sound editing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, because I know they were talking about, on the podcast, I was just saying the Raiders of the Lost podcast, they were saying, I think it was like the costumes had a total like, they could only be lit up for like 16 minutes on like a certain battery before they had to like replace it. So they like, they would turn it on. And then as soon as the scene would end, they would like immediately turn them off because they had to really preserve the use like of the battery up for these costumes.
Damn, really?
Which is just so cool. I want one so bad. That thing's got to be so heavy though. Like it's got to be.
It's gotta be really hot.
It's got to weigh you down. Oh yeah.
No, I want like the robe he had. That's like got like the inlining is glowing. That's sick. Or and like the sleeves glow. That was really nice stuff. All right, should we jump into Tron Ares? Oh wait, let's give our reviews overall. I gave Tron Legacy a 86 out of 100. I liked it quite a bit.
Yeah. I'm at a 79.
The more I like it.
I'm at a 64.
Whoa. 64.
I go based on stars.
I
gave it 3 stars.
All right, gotta give you the yellow on there. Yikes.
The yellow.
Not the yellow.
The yellow.
No, I think it's good. I think from a character perspective, they want us to care more about these characters than I actually do.
Correct.
And there's the choices, I don't know. The music's great, the production's great, and I love, like you said, the contrast between the real world and the Tron world and how dull and boring real world looks, and then you go to Tron. It's like it's still very dark, but like the lights make it this very like bright place. And then you don't really get any beauty in the real world until the end when the sun is kind of like rising or setting. I don't exactly remember which one it is, but I really like that part of the story. Korra's kind of awesome. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah. All right, let's talk Tron Ares. So this new trailer dropped just amazingly while we were doing this. A highly sophisticated program, Ares, is sent from the digital world into the real world on a dangerous mission. Starring Gillian Anderson, Jeff Bridges, Jared Leto, Evan Peters, Cameron Monaghan, and Greta Lee. I'm very conflicted on this. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this?
I'm excited. I'm optimistic. I think the thing I hate the most is that Jared Leto's character can like regenerate.
Yeah.
I don't love that.
You got respawn.
And it's very obvious what the story is going to be here. Jared Leto he wants to become a real person. He is this. He's Pinocchio. He wants to be a real boy, you know? Like, no, but seriously, like, I mean, that's what it is. Like, I think it's very obvious what this story is going to be. It's going to be this war debt, like this machine that's like destined to go to war and to fight, but wants to be more than that. And I like that idea. You know, I especially like the state we're in with like AI right now. I think it's kind of cool to like see a movie where there is AI that is like seeking out more or less like what it means to be human and trying to become that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think for a Tron movie, I'd really like to see more of the Tron world than it moving more to the real world. I'm kind of like in the middle about that, but from the looks we've seen on the trailer, it looks like they're bringing a lot from the Tron world into the real world. So
yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, to be fair, they do kind of set up the way that Tron Legacy went. They kind of do set up for those programs to go to the real world.
But it also ends with like that they won't be able to, because now the disc is with it's with Sam and Cora. So like there's no way for them to get to the real world unless we open the bridge again from our end. So that's where it's like a little, I don't know, a little.
But
yeah,
what
and
could? Sorry.
No, my bad.
What could? I'm trying to figure out who the villain's going to be. If it's going to be that guy who plays, I don't know his name. He plays Quicksilver in the X-Men.
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters, yeah. If he's the villain, he's probably the one that opens up the portal because he finds this, revolutionary way. He wants to build these perfect soldiers, whatever. But then does Ares become the villain, or does he remain the? I don't know.
Well, because also he talks to Force Ghost Jeff Bridges. So like,
I'm pumped. That looks awesome.
So that's where it's like, well, is he the good? Like, I feel as though, here's my hot take for this, or my prediction, I guess. I think the third act, Ares' colors are gonna switch to the white and blue.
But then who's the villain?
I think that Evan Peters might be the villain, and like the government.
And just stops him from respawning.
It's
almost like another movie we saw this year where they killed someone and respawned them. I wonder who the bad guy could be in this movie.
Wait, what was that movie we watched?
What movie were we talking about?
Yeah,
Mickey 17.
Oh, that's right. That's forgettable.
Like
that's
literally,
forgettable.
I'm just like, I watched this and they're like, oh yeah, like he goes and fights for us and then we bring him back. I was just like, so
I think I've seen this before.
Yeah. The fact that I've seen it like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago is kind of crazy.
My one other issue with this is when they go to the world of Tron and they go to the grid, it's bright outside. Did you notice that? Like, I rewatched the trailer this morning before we did this, and like there's like scenes where they go to the grid again, and like there's like a sun, and it's like, hang on, actually, if you listen to the continuity, Cora says there's no sun, and like it's, I don't know, it's.
I didn't notice that.
It wasn't the dark aesthetic that I like, but the soundtrack, 9 Inch Nails, I'm in.
What if they coded in a sun?
Put it just a drag and drop a JPEG into the sky.
Yeah, like what if Sam was just like, Cora wanted a son, bro?
Yeah, are they going to be in this in some form or fashion? I feel like they got to be.
They have
like,
to
I
be.
want them to be.
There's several ways I can see this playing out. One is that they find a way to like give them a cameo, or two, they state that we are so far into the future that they are dead.
But it hasn't been like 100 years.
No, I know. Also, I agree.
What they got hit on that motorcycle right after the movie ended. Yeah, Evan Peters is like hit him on the motorcycle in his car and he stole the disc.
It's like Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah.
Like the first movie, he's got the girl, and then second movie.
Jeff Bridges Force Ghost. It's so funny because he literally is just a Force Ghost.
But also, is Tron going to be in this? You can't name.
No, because Tron died at the end of 2.
I don't think he died.
He goes into the water. He turns color again, and it's like that's his self-sacrifice to become a good guy in the end.
See, I interpret that as like he's still alive.
Oh, see, I was like, he sacrificed himself as one last
Ooh,
heel.
that would be sick. That'd be sick if he was still alive and they actually give him
Screen
the
time.
development that we actually. Yeah, they
actually give Tron screen time in Tron, the movie Tron.
No, see, I don't need it. I think he died.
See, I think we need it. The movie's
I
called
think
Tron.
This movie has 3 writers.
I think that the deciding factor for this movie will be Jared Leto.
Oh, okay. One of the writers of this also wrote Tron Legacy. So hang on. But then he also wrote Warcraft. Which was not good.
I think no one's gonna have. I think everyone's gonna be like, man, this movie looks phenomenal. The visuals are not something that I'm worried about. I think people are gonna go to this movie.
The visuals and score are incredible. Welcome back, Tron Legacy.
Yeah, exactly. Like people are gonna come back to this for the exact same reason we watched Tron Legacy. It looks good, and the music just from the trailer just rips.
Tron Identity.
Like I understand it's not Daft Punk, but I will take it. But
it was pretty
constant hating on obviously Jared Leto has chosen some rough projects recently, but I think his kind of acting, he could really pull off this like AI, like almost like soldier.
He's so robotic. When he's an AI, he's gonna be real good.
I'm just saying. I feel like he could.
It's
even if he uses the stuff that we've seen that I would not love from him. I think he can work it. I think he can work in this role.
I guess so. Never forget, he's also the villain in Masters of the Universe coming out next year.
He's
gonna be
that's
Skeletor.
awesome.
Yeah.
He-Man.
Yeah, I'm more in on Tron Ares than I have ever been on Tron Ares, but I don't know. The Joseph Krasinski of it all really just depletes my interest. But I do like Greta Lee, so that's also on the same. I'm like, I feel like she's got to pick some good projects. This is like her first kind of big thing
blockbuster
since Past Lives.
The studio, come on.
No, you know what I mean though. But like, this is like a big, this is like her first big film project since Past Lives. So I hope this is
I'm excited for her.
We'll see that. All right. Anything else, boys? Next week is a big one. So next week, the pod will not drop till Monday. Till Tuesday, because we're gonna record on Monday. We got Comic-Con stuff for Charles and I coming up. We'll do a lot of posting for that, and I'll make Charles vlog and make him very comfortable doing it in front of people. He's gonna love it. We got that coming up. Fantastic Four, obviously. And yeah, anything else from the boys? No. Chuck, give me one Comic-Con prediction, Charles.
We're gonna buy too much.
You think so?
Yeah.
Jack, let me ask you this: since you unfortunately are not going, but you're also going on a cruise, so like you just made very
yes.
Would you prefer if I, as an outside observer, would you prefer if I just like documented Charles's journey throughout Comic-Con, or saved what he inevitably buys that I force him to buy for the podcast to do a live reveal of like what it was on the pod?
I feel like we could do a bit of both.
Okay, how about I'll show what it is, and then we'll save how much he overpaid for it until the podcast.
Because I feel like it would be fun, because I feel like the videos that I like to watch, especially from Comic-Con, is like people going to the booths and finding really unique, cool like collectibles and stuff like that. But not only just like seeing what people buy, but just like what does it look like? What does Comic-Con look like? What are the booths looking like? What are the people dressed up as? Like,
yeah, Charles,
I don't know.
I'm wearing my Superman hat.
That's it? We're there for 4 days.
I'm there for 2 days.
All right, so no, you coming Thursday night?
Friday, Saturday, 2 days.
Okay, so what are you gonna do the second day?
Superman hat.
Again?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to publicly shame Charles on our Instagram. Look at this guy, not dressed up. What about Sunday morning?
The Harry Potter. Could have done the Harry Potter robe.
Yeah, why don't you dress up as Harry Potter? Why don't you bring a robe?
I don't have a robe.
You have Jedi robes. I know you do, because we bought them for Halloween a couple years ago.
They're in Indiana.
Or there's another costume we bought for the podcast that I think
also in Indiana.
All right,
Ah,
Amazon is overnight delivery. You don't leave till Thursday. You got like 4 days. I expect one other kind of fun thing that you have.
Man of Steel shirt. That would go over really
Restore
well.
the Snyderverse shirt.
Yes. I
Yeah.
feel like, dude, that'd be like, you would get a ton of people that be super like, dude, that shirt
Some-
sucks. And there'd be people that are like,
This is
like,
stay strong, stay
rile
strong.
a ton of people up by what I wear.
Dude, tell me, this shirt's gonna work, man. I'm telling you, they're gonna see this. So you're gonna have a lot of the guys like that come up too. Henry
That's
Cavill is
awesome.
my Superman.
No, but I very much would like to see content of just like what
I
it
gotcha.
looks like, what's going on. I mean, it doesn't have to be that in depth. You know what I'm saying? It could
No, I'll
literally just be
blog
like,
Charles, what he's doing.
it could just be videos with a voiceover, you know? But
Yeah.
I
Okay, we're
I
at lunch
love
now. What are you having, Chuck?
A burger.
What's the burger called? This is the Big Belly Comic Burger.
Yeah.
Jack, I'm gonna try to find something for you. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled.
y'all are very kind. I'm
not
I'm
gonna tell you what it is,
excited.
though.
To see-
gonna ship
I'm
it.
excited to see what you guys get up to. I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna ship
And
it, and then you have to live unbox it on the pod. I don't know where I'm gonna ship it to. There's like 7 addresses that are attached to it.
I do have 7 addresses attached to me right now.
So I gotta wait till we figure out where you're actually living. All right. Till next week, everybody. Be good to each other.